Ladies and gentlemen, good evening, and it is my hope and prayer that this video is actually going to find you guys in good health. Personally, I am fine. Kisumu is fantastic. Maybe you could also let me know where you are watching the video from, the county or the country, in case you are out of the republic. Ladies and gentlemen, if there's one mistake which the former President Uhuru Kenyatta will regret his entire life, is the decision to take his succession politics casually. Uhuru Kenyatta ought to have made a clear decision, either to support William Ruto till the end, or to support Raila Odinga and ensure he becomes the president of the Republic of Kenya. But as fate would have it, despite the fact that Uhuru Kenyatta was the president of the Republic of Kenya, his candidate, Raila Odinga, still failed to win the presidency. I know there's debates about Raila winning. The truth of the matter is that as long as IBC declared Ruto and the Supreme Court declared Ruto validly elected, Ruto remains the president, whether he stole or not. You and I know so well that Ruto actually stole the election. But Uhuru Kenyatta ought to have done certain things differently. So after the election, it became very clear that Uhuru Kenyatta was going to be subjected to a lot of humiliation in the Republic of Kenya. His party was being taken over. So recently, Uhuru Kenyatta decided to try and salvage the party from the jaws of William Samoei Arap Ruto. And he convened a National Delegates Conference meeting on the 22nd of May 2023. That NDC is supposed to take place at Bomas of Kenya. And Uhuru Kenyatta, through his Chief Executive Officer, through Jubilee Chief Executive Officer, Polycarp Hinga, wrote a letter to the management of the Bomas of Kenya about their intention to use the facility. As fate would have it, the Bomas of Kenya is telling Uhuru Kenyatta that the venue is booked and therefore no meeting will take place in that particular venue. I'm just trying to get the letter which the Bomas of Kenya wrote. Now, this is the letter. And for me, I think it is actually William Samoei Arap Ruto who is thwarting Uhuru Kenyatta's NDC. Let me just take you through this letter, because two things are also clear: that Uhuru Kenyatta is the former president of the Republic of Kenya. He personally convened this meeting. William Ruto knows that. So if he's being stopped or blocked from using the venue, it means it is clear they are blocking a former president. It is also clear that Jubilee Party is the former or the immediate government, which means the people managing Bomas of Kenya probably up to this stage, probably they still have a say. So getting a venue would not have been difficult. Let me just read for you the response from the Bomas of Kenya. It says, Polycarp Hinga, Executive Director, Jubilee Party, Nairobi. The letter is dated on 12th. Jubilee Party wrote their letter on the 9th. It says, Dear Hinga, venue booking for your NDC. We refer to the above subject matter and your letter dated the 9th May 2023. We thank you for choosing Bomas of Kenya as your preferred venue for your National Delegates Convention, scheduled for 22nd May 2023. Our main auditorium, whose capacity is 2,000 people, has been scheduled for renovation works from 16th May 2023 for 8 weeks. So which means where they can hold this meeting, they cannot hold it because that place is being renovated. And it is being renovated 4 days, actually a week later, after Jubilee Party had submitted their request. And they are saying, as you may also be aware, we are currently hosting two task force committees dealing with the known and sensitive matter of national importance, while another client has already booked our other alternative hall. In view of the foregoing, we are regretfully unable to host you for your NDC on 22nd May 2023. Yours sincerely, Gladys Kangebe, Marketing and Corporate Communications Manager. By a stroke of a pen, William Ruto has blocked Uhuru Kenyatta and his party from using the Bomas of Kenya. In this video, I want us to look at why William Ruto decided to lock or to block Uhuru Kenyatta from using the Bomas of Kenya. Before we do that, for those who are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support, because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is now. Let us get back to the main issue, and always remember to check the pinned comment there where you can also help us as a family to raise funds. We are going to have some fundraiser as a family on Friday. So I'll come to you guys to send me a bit of your Mpesa so that I can present there, and or you can also directly send to the paybill number, which I'm going to share in the comment section. Now let us get to the main issue. Why do you think William Ruto would block, or William Ruto's government would block Uhuru Kenyatta, former president, from hosting NDC? Number one, I tend to think that William Ruto has a clear plan of taking over Jubilee Party. Uhuru Kenyatta has a plan of taking control of Jubilee Party. So William Ruto is keen on frustrating the NDC. As long as this NDC were to take place, they were going to make certain decisions. Those decisions were going to be binding. Probably they were going to kick out the rebels out of the party. That is something which Ruto is not willing to let happen. He's going to try everything possible to frustrate that NDC, just because of the politics around Jubilee Party. So for me, William Ruto is just out to frustrate Jubilee as a political party, because Ruto doesn't want two things. Number one, what Ruto doesn't want is that he doesn't want a stronger party to emerge in the mountain. If Jubilee Party were to emerge, and know how Kenya Kwanza currently is not really enjoying the support it used to get from the mountain, it means Jubilee can emerge. Number two, William Ruto would not want a situation where the mountain is going to have another alternative, because already the mountain are regretting why they never listened to Uhuru Kenyatta. So Jubilee was going to provide an alternative. So it's going to ensure that it's going to block and frustrate that NDG. Number two, I also tend to think that it's just a strategy to humiliate Uhuru Kenyatta. Very simple. Why do you think Uhuru Kenyatta allowed Ruto to become the president? Because there are those who believe that he played Raila. But even if he played Raila, Ruto is not the president. And now Uhuru is trying so hard to convene an NDG, National Delegates Convention. But he's told you can't use the venue. You know, you are talking of a former president, and with his ego, you know, like if you're a former president and you want to use a small facility like Bomas of Kenya, then you are told you can't use it because someone else has booked it, and the part you wanted to use is under renovation. You'll feel embarrassed. If you look at that letter has been responded to by marketing department. Number three, Ruto is taking revenge, and sweet revenge, on Uhuru Kenyatta. You remember the incident at the Bomas of Kenya. I'm sure Ruto can never forgive that. On that particular day, William Ruto arrived at the Bomas of Kenya. He was stopped from accessing the presidential holding area. Ruto was embarrassed on the floor of Bomas of Kenya. You think the William Ruto we know has forgotten about that? Then you tell him Uhuru wants to go and use Bomas of Kenya and is the commander-in-chief? Can't happen. Can't happen. So for me, Ruto is revenging on Uhuru Kenyatta. And that's why this NDC is not going to happen in Bomas. They'll have to either identify a stadium. Of course, I don't think any will do. If I were Uhuru, what I would do, I'll convene this meeting in Kisumu. Ask Nyong'o to organize a stadium. Bring wafuasi wa chama in Kisumu. Go ahead with your meeting. Present the resolutions to the registrar. Because I don't think there's any law which prohibits a party from holding its business meeting outside Nairobi. So it's doing revenge on the former president. Number 4, Ruto is keen on forcing Uhuru out of politics. But Uhuru is not keen on leaving. So what can he do to force him? Embarrass and humiliate. Then Uhuru Kenyatta is going to chicken out. Because they want to go to Bomas, they've been told you can't go there. Yeah? The other day, the chairman of Jubilee Party responded, Nzuya, to Uhuru Kenyatta, something which was unimaginable. The other day you saw Sabina Chege and Kanini Kega taking on Uhuru Kenyatta. Even yesterday on Spice FM, I saw Wambugu Ngunjiri saying Uhuru should leave. So Uhuru is going to feel embarrassed and probably pull out of the entire process. And lastly, it is a coded message to the country and to Uhuru Kenyatta in general, in particular, if he's keen, that the government of the Republic of Kenya under William Samoei Arap Ruto are telling him that when it comes to the issue of Jubilee as a political party, we are with Kanini Kega. I'm sure if Kanini Kega had sought for this permission, probably would have been granted the permission to use it. I don't know what to think. That's my take. Thank you guys, and may you have a good day. Bye bye for now, and till next time, don't forget to subscribe right now. Subscribe to the channel right now. Bye bye.